So through his stand-up comedy, he was trying to explain how misery exists with the job or without a job. The grass is always green on the other side. So taking forward from there, right? Maybe we can reduce this. This is too bright. Yeah? Yeah. Or maybe just move it away from my eyes. Yeah, this is good. That's good. Yeah, now I can see everyone. You can just move that also. Okay. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So, as far as I remember, what you asked me is, maybe you can just start over.
We are looking for happiness in many different ways in this material world, but it's still very difficult for us to find happiness. Why is it so?
Yeah. Thank you for that question, because we are all looking for happiness. And people who are looking for happiness, they can understand that there is misery. In this world, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, he explains that this world is governed by principles. That means there are laws set in place. And more we try to understand this world, more you have a chance to tackle this world. Isn't it? So yes, what you said is true, that wherever we go, we come across something called as misery. Some problem, some setback, some reversal. Actually, Krishna, who is the creator of this world, he says that this world is a miserable place. Yeah. Just imagine if I'm a owner of a computer company, I'm selling computers, hardware, and me being the owner, the creator, I'm saying that this computer, everything is good, 99% discount. But only thing is, if you hit the power button, you get a 220 volt shock. Or if you hit the F keys, you get 440 volt shock. And other keys are fatal, that you have to find out which keys. But all the other work, the computer works fine apart from that. How many of you, even if given 99% discount, would you prefer to choose this, purchase this computer? Anyone here? On the 99% discount? Why not? It gives misery. But will you fight with the owner saying that, no, I still think it might not give me some misery. There is still some hope of happiness. No, when the owner says it, the creator says it, we have to accept it, isn't it? So I find people in this world, they don't care for the words of God. Be it Bible, be it Quran, be it Bhagavad Gita, or any other literature, they all are in the same line of thought when they talk about how this material world is a miserable place. And I think people in this world are miserable because they don't accept that this is a miserable world, that there are miseries. They don't want to live a life of denial.
When we say that this world is miserable and a place of misery, isn't it a very pessimistic view towards the world?
Not really, because what would be pessimistic is if some good is happening and then you deny the good and only talk about the bad. That's pessimism. Rather, when we open our eyes to reality, it is neither pessimism nor optimism. It is being realistic. And the benefit of being realistic is you can learn how to cope up with reality. Rather, we close our eyes to reality and say that all this is pessimism, just focus on the optimistic part. You cannot do it because you will be halted by so many kinds of miseries at different places. Wherever you go, there's something to stop you.
Then, now that we are with devotees, so what will be the difference between a person who is a devotee or who is in Krishna consciousness and a person who is not, in responding to the miseries of life that you have been talking about?
So the spiritual people, you can say those who practice spirituality, they have a better coping mechanism because philosophy is not just concocted. When we discuss philosophy, we are trying to understand how this world works. So Krishna is helping Arjuna. If you study the Bhagavad Gita, you see Arjuna is also now confused what is to be done on the battlefield. Because he sort of gets bewildered, how is this world working? And therefore he refuses to fight. And Krishna in the entire Bhagavad Gita, what is he trying to do? He's persuading Arjuna to fight the war. Something like us. Go, don't give up, pursue your duty. Try your best. But Krishna speaks many, many valuable lessons. For example, he talks about Nishkama Karma Yoga. That means we only have one part. That is, you put effort. When it comes to results, we don't have the control in our hand. This itself is a revolutionary idea. In case in future, if anyone of you wish to speak in TEDx, you can just talk about this, Nishkama Karma Yoga. Because across the globe, people are believing that yes, whatever I want to achieve in my life, it's through my hard work. Krishna says no. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. You have to do your duty, Arjuna, but at the same time, don't expect the fruit. Ma karma phala hetur bud mate sangostu akarmani. Krishna says, because you are not the cause of the fruit of your action, you can only act. The fruit I sanction. That being said, you cannot say, okay, then I will not fight. No, you have to do your duty. Because if you don't do your duty, then that is sinful. You see? So just this one principle, when we study the Bhagavad Gita and practice spiritual life, we view the same world what even a not so spiritual person views the world. We both are seeing the same material world, but we see it from a different paradigm. So for a spiritualist, there are doors of opportunity. He can see the opportunities. Yeah. Whereas a materialistic person, he's just put in this world. He has no clue where he is. What is this world about? It's just like staying in the dark room with no lights on. Yeah. He doesn't know what to do.
I see. About the Nishkama Karma Yoga that you mentioned, like trying to think about it from a practical perspective. So Nishkama Karma Yoga would be like me applying to jobs, because that's the only thing I can do, that's my duty, and not thinking if I land a job or not. So isn't it like we are becoming ambitionless? We don't have any ambition. Yeah, we are doing it just for the sake of it.
Not really. Nishkama Karma Yoga does not mean we become ambitionless. Nishkama Karma Yoga means you put effort aiming for what you want. That means if you want a gold medal, you put effort, so that much effort that is required to get that medal. But once you put your effort, you become detached. Because whether you will get the medal or not is not in your hand. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. Yeah. And you do your duty to please Krishna. And therefore, any duty done to please Krishna, whether in terms of success or failure with respect to getting the fruits, you're actually always successful. You see, this is another paradigm shift for the people outside. Because Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, what is real success? People today think real success means I go for something, if I get the fruit, it is success. If I don't get the fruit, it is failure. But it is not true. Krishna says if you can put endeavor into something, in some activity, you are putting your effort and you have tried to please me while putting that effort, it is success. Whether you get the fruit of that action or not, still one is successful.
Prabhu, like, I get so basically we have to understand that doesn't matter if I win or lose, if I put that effort, it's a success. But when we do something in the material world, like when we win, there is this sense of winning. There is, the sense of victory, which is not there in just putting in the effort, which can turn out to be frustrating a little bit. So how do we really see that just our effort is success for Krishna?
I wouldn't completely agree with that. Like you ask a singer, he likes to sing, whether he gets name and fame or not. You go to Times Square subway station, there's so many popular singers coming and singing there. There's so many bands coming and doing a free event in Times Square because they just like to do it. And because they like the activity, the fruit is not so important. The fruit, they already get happiness by performing the activity. But today, the whole world is in a different, the whole world functions in a different style. Today, we are all computer science engineers. Whatever makes money, we are there. Putting aside what we like to do. Yeah. It is said in the English language that if you like what you do, if you like your work, then you don't work for a day. Isn't it? If you like your work, you don't work for a day. That means it is not for the money that one is working hard. But one has to act. But you do what you like. So when that happens, the satisfaction is so much that money is not so important. Name and fame is not so important. I'm not saying it is not required. It is definitely required. But it is not that important. If you're drawing $2,000 a month or $10,000 a month, if you're doing what you like, you will attain satisfaction. And more importantly, do it for Krishna. Like some students, they come and they were telling me, I just like to manage this restaurant, Govinda's Canteen. Yeah. Praveen was telling me, I just like to manage this restaurant, just take care of the inventory, just help people get their prasadam. He's so satisfied. But the problem is, the social pressure is different. Pressure from parents are different. Peer pressure is different. Isn't it? So then one is forced to do something that he doesn't like. That means when you act or when you perform activity that you don't like to do, your focus or your source of happiness comes from where? From the fruit. Because you are doing an activity which you don't like, then the source of happiness is the fruit. When you like the activity, then fruit is not so important. So you do what you like and do it for Krishna. As Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Nishkama Karma Yoga, Sukha dukke same kritva labha jaya jayav tato yuddha yujyasva naivam papam apsasi. Arjuna, you are thinking by not fighting, by fighting you'll become sinful. Actually, if you don't fight, you'll be sinful. Rather fight, but be equipoised in sukha and dukkha, in victory and defeat, and fight for the sake of fighting, but for me. Then it is not sinful. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Since you mentioned about Arjuna and how we should try to please Krishna with our efforts, I was just thinking that I have been connected, and many people who are connected with us, they come to the temple, they take association of devotees, they perform devotional service. Yet, they have a lot of struggle in their life. Whereas there are some classmates of ours who never responded to our text, hey, do you want to come for MYF? Hey, do you want to come for our weekly program? Because they had some other weekend plans, like drinking alcohol, going to parties. They got a job very easily. But whereas the devotees, the people like who are performing devotional service, who come to the program, who chant some rounds, take association of devotees, render some service in the temple, they are seen to be struggling. So, why is Krishna doing this to the devotees?
So it's our $1,000,000 question, why bad things happen to good people? So you will see there are multiple factors involved here. One factor is that of karma. Because in this world, people are reaping the fruits of their past actions. That means even if, say for example, in the villages to store grains, there's some sort of a granary. Say year 1 harvest was bad harvest. Second year was good harvest. Third year was good harvest. Fourth year was good harvest. Now, in the granary, you always get the grains from the bottom, the tap. So when you get the grains in the 5th year to collect the harvest, what grain are you going to get? The bad harvest. But you'll be shocked, just the last year you had good harvest. You're wondering where's this bad harvest coming from? And that is because the first year harvest was bad. Similarly, generally in this material world, the suffering or the happiness is a product of our own actions. Karma. And even if you find someone will come and not behave well with you, someone comes and they insult you, someone is just being so rude, or some people are just being so nice, everything is working out for you. Either way, it is product of past karma. If you give a choice to the living entity, where do you want to be born? What will they choose? America. You don't have to fight for the visa. No visa problems. And preferably in America also, where? In a rich family. To very good looking parents, so then you'll get a good looking body. Isn't it? So good money, good body, good family. Isn't it? So we would actually choose everything, materially good. But why are people born in all kinds of situations? Someone is not so good looking, someone is very nice looking. Someone is poor, someone is rich. Someone has to struggle a lot. Some people have almost no struggles. It is all on account of past karma. Whereas many religions cannot explain this fact, especially when they do not accept the concept of reincarnation. They cannot accept it. Then they cannot explain it. But Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Gahano karmano gatihi. Arjuna, to understand this law of karma is not easy. To understand the intricacies of karma. But karma is taking place. And therefore, even if we are all sitting here today in New York City, that is on account of our past karma. That fruit Krishna has sanctioned now. Therefore we are sitting. Now the fruit of having a job, Krishna has not sanctioned. But don't blame God for it. He is only the sanctioner. What does he sanction? What we deserve. It seems pretty harsh to accept that reality. But it is true. Krishna only sanctions what we deserve. So if you have to blame someone, it's such a nice understanding. We can always blame our actions. Not to put ourselves in a downward spiral, but to understand from, henceforth let me do something positive. Henceforth let me grow in my decisions. Let me make good decisions. Let me try to help others. Good karma. But at the same time you find even the devotees who are trying to chant Hare Krishna, even the devotees who come to temple, attending monthly youth festivals, taking prasadam, helping out with the services, even they also struggle. I think that was a question. So we understand that for a devotee of the Supreme Lord, Krishna is personally present. You can take it like this. Just introspect. Look back and let me know how many of you grew Or how many of you, you developed your personality by the successes in your life? You can just look back. All the success, count all the successes and tell me how much you grew because of your success. After you do that, look back at all your failures. And then you decide, and then you analyze how much you grew because of your failures. Where is the growth more? How many of you say you grew more because of success? Not one. How many of you say you grew more because of failures? Yes. And therefore, and Krishna doesn't make it very hard to understand. You see, a butterfly to become a butterfly, it is a worm inside a cocoon. It is said when the worm tries to break open the cocoon, it is a lot of struggle. Only through that struggle, the worm gets enough strength to develop wings. Now, you being compassionate observer of this whole incident, if you go and try to break the cocoon for the worm is never going to develop wings. So Krishna has made it pretty clear through nature also. It is the struggle through which we grow. That which doesn't kill you
Makes you stronger.
yeah, makes you stronger. Isn't it? Struggle, no pain, no gain. If you go to the gym, you want a good body, struggle. If you're doing yoga, you want a healthy body, struggle. If you want to wake up early and be more productive in life, it's a struggle. Where is that part of our life where pleasure or comfort or convenience is the source of our development? So Krishna also puts his devotees through struggle so that we can become better devotees. If you go to Krishna and say, please give me a car, and Krishna gives you a car. Please give me a wife, Krishna gives you a wife. Please give me a green card, Krishna gives you citizenship. You think you will grow? Pampered children are the worst. They are spoiled brats. And Krishna doesn't do one thing, you'll start crying. Isn't it?
Prabhu, since you mentioned about karma, that every individual just reaps what they sow. That's the saying, right? As you sow, so shall you reap. Yeah. So we are just facing the reactions of our own karma. So even if I don't become a devotee, then I would still face my own karma. Now I'm going through struggle. Now it's the bad grains. And eventually it will get over. And again my life will be nice. How does it really change if I become a devotee? How does my karma change if I become a devotee?
Well, for the devotees, Krishna is personally present. For a devotee, Krishna takes all the karma of his devotees and puts it in his pocket. He doesn't destroy it, but he takes control. And only that karma which is required for the devotee to grow, he lets it happen. Krishna is letting it happen for his devotee. So in case you are chanting Hare Krishna and you are going through problems in life, that means you can be rest assured Krishna has personally sent you a love message. He is lovingly sending this problem in your life so that you will grow. This is Krishna sent. Now sometimes a mother has to slap the child, of course not in the US. But in India, the mother has all the right to slap the child. The slap of the mother to the child as well as the kiss of the mother to the child, both are on account of love of the mother. Isn't it? Kiss encourages the child. Slap rectifies the child. Similarly, the living entities who are trying to become devotees, we have so much to learn. We have so much to grow. So Krishna is so merciful, he allows it to happen. But believe me, Krishna only gives a token of what we truly deserve. Once Srila Prabhupada was cooking in the kitchen along with his disciple, and disciple was cutting vegetables. And as he was cutting vegetables, he cut his finger. I said, Prabhupada, your Krishna cut my finger. Prabhupada said, your neck was supposed to be cut, Krishna only cut your finger. Why? Krishna only gives you token punishment. Why? Because for a person who is trying to reform, there is no need to give heavy punishment, but little here and there. A little nudge here, a little punch there. What was required to keep the living entity on the right path? So therefore, Krishna is, because he is present in the lives of the devotees, devotees are carefree. Just imagine the parent is taking the child to the airport. And in the airport, just imagine if a small 3-year-old, 4-year-old has to worry about submitting his passport, collecting his boarding pass, submitting his luggage. He'll be confused. So many people, everyone bigger than him. It is so confusing and bewildering. But when I was small, my mother would hold my hand, my father would do everything. And we were just troubling my mother, me and my brother. We were just playing around, we are just being naughty kids. We're just basically happy, we are just carefree. We don't have anything to worry about. And who is taking all the worry? Parents are taking care, father is taking care. So similarly, when we allow Krishna to drive our life, that doesn't mean we become irresponsible, but take guidance. Let Krishna become the captain of our ship. And Krishna's guidance will direct us. Till the time Arjuna wanted to control his life, he was completely bewildered. Karpanya dosho bhata swabhava prichami tvam dharma samudha chetaha. Arjuna tells Krishna, my dear Krishna, I am completely bewildered about my duty. He is confused, should I fight or not? As if there was no conversation that took place about fighting the Kauravas. Arjuna was not just dropped onto the battlefield. It was all strategized before. And why is Arjuna complaining on the battlefield? Because he was trying to control his life. And believe me, when it comes to controlling, we don't do a pretty good job at it. Often at times, things of this world are out of our control. But Krishna says it is in my control. Maya adhyakshena prakriti. You try control nature, you will become frustrated. Because it's not in your control. But Krishna tries to control nature, it is in his control. So what do we have to do? Let Krishna guide us. And that is the Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhu, if you don't mind, can you please share some instance in your life where you were going through some like big struggle, but you were able to feel Krishna's presence in your life, and how you figured out through that struggle?
Most of my struggles happened before I joined Krishna consciousness. Especially when I did not know about karma and other things. But even as a devotee, we always have relationship problems. Yeah. Not boyfriend, girlfriend, but always, friends, other devotees. Yeah. So, there's no particular instance that is coming to my mind. Okay, for example, there was this one devotee with whom I always used to have an ego clash. So, when I was having this ego clash, it was such a bitter experience. We both live in the same temple. We both, we are always together. But you have an ego clash with that person. Then what do? So it was getting worse and worse because you always somehow end up on a negative end. That means you do something that he doesn't like and he does something you don't like, and it's just getting worse for both of us. Then one day, my brother sent me just a lecture of my spiritual master, and he doesn't know what I'm going through. He doesn't know anything. So I just was hearing as, okay, let me just hear it. And when I heard that lecture, my spiritual master was addressing the same thing what I was going through. That exact thing. And he knows nothing about it. So I felt so confident. I got the solution, how to improve, what to do, how to take a humble stand, how to just appreciate. I was thinking, why is this guy behaving like this with me? I understood it was because I was behaving in a way that was not pleasing to him. So, I mean, the whole solution was all wrapped up in that one lecture. And I was thinking, this is Krishna sent. Because unless, people might call it coincidence, but it is too much to be a coincidence. Too much of a coincidence to be a coincidence. Yeah. So like this, multiple instances where something happened, where it was just like, oh, Krishna did this just so that I can improve. Even if I look back, the person who I am today, I feel it is all the struggles Krishna has put me through that actually today I can relish, practicing Krishna consciousness. I can relish chanting Hare Krishna. If even one such struggle did not happen in my life, I would be lacking in some quality which, with respect to what I am today. I have a long way to go. But with respect to whoever I am today, it is the struggles which have shaped me. And I can see when I look back, I feel so grateful in my heart that Krishna has sent these struggles to me. Without which I feel I would have just been arrogant, proud, sort of a person.
Was there a time when you were struggling and you really questioned, is really Krishna putting me through this? And how did you get out of it? If this is something that has happened with you.
I mean, I think an immediate reaction would be that. Okay. Why me?
Yeah.
Why bad things happen to good people?
Yeah.
Problem is we always consider ourselves good people. But bad things never happen to good people. Bad things happen to what we have done bad, and good things happen for what we have done good. So immediate reaction multiple times always is, questioning, why me? Or why is God doing this? Something like that. But give it some thought, let it sink in. And then when you introspect and reflect, you feel okay. Krishna, because this is the power of knowledge. More you study Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, you understand Krishna cares for his devotees. When you are well established in that fact, now when you see from that vision, Krishna cares for me, because I'll give an example. In the Purana, there's a story. Once a hunter entered a jungle and he was just mercilessly killing all the animals in his sight. Lions, birds, reptiles, whatever he could see, he was just killing them. A small rabbit was there and it wanted to save its life. What did the rabbit do? It ran towards the hunter and fell at the feet of the hunter and said, "Please don't kill me. Just spare me." And started crying tears. The hunter looked at it with disgust and just kicked it aside and said, "Okay, I pardon you. Get away from my sight." And the rabbit went away. That's a Puranic story. What is the lesson? Even a cruel hunter has a heart. If a cruel hunter has a heart, what to talk about the all-compassionate Lord, who is called as Dayara Sagara, an ocean of compassion. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to surrender. We are trying to worship him through our duty. We are trying to worship him as the centerpiece of our life. Is he not compassionate? Is the hunter better than him? Isn't it? So when we study like this, when we understand, yes, the Supreme Lord is so compassionate. And when you look at life with that paradigm, with that understanding, then you can see, yes, this struggle Krishna is sending me. I might not understand how this is going to help me. I might not know Krishna's bigger plan. But definitely, yes, Krishna has a bigger plan. And therefore, in a recent study, we were discussing how Krishna is Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means the Lord of all mystics. All mystical powers. Why? Because Krishna is very mystical. Whatever Krishna does, even his devotees don't understand. But rest assured, they know what he does is for his benefit. Isn't it? So you can study the Srimad Bhagavatam replete with example after example, devotees after devotees, how the Supreme Lord comes and protects his devotees, but they can never predict this is how my Lord is going to protect me. So therefore, we know So immediate reaction is sometimes, yes, why me? But we let it sink in, understand, yeah, I deserve it. I actually deserve it. Actually, I deserve worse. That's how a devotee thinks. Whatever has happening to me, I deserve even worse. But Krishna has given me a token punishment just to make me more Krishna conscious.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think that you mentioned that Krishna is actually being merciful to us. You know, in anything that he does by giving us a job or maybe not giving us a job, he's just trying to be merciful. But how do we develop that vision to see Krishna's mercy in our life?
It is said to see Krishna is not an artificial, demand that often the modern day atheistic people put forth. Where is your God? Show me your God. And Krishna will just appear as God in front of you. Krishna cannot be seen by mundane eyes. Krishna says in the Gita, Mudoyam nabhijanati. I reserve the right to be revealed to foolish people, to atheistic people, to people who have no faith. Krishna said it. Krishna doesn't want to be revealed to such people. He doesn't reveal himself. But he says at the same time, I reveal myself to the devotees. So how do we see Krishna? Krishna is reciprocal. Like one person in my class in the college days, her status was, if you're kind to me, I'm kind to you. If you're not good to me, I'm not good to you. Krishna is also something similar. At the same time, Krishna is also reciprocal, but on the foundation of compassion. Like if someone does not want Krishna in his life, then Krishna reciprocates and respects that free will and desire and withdraws himself. He gives all the arguments to say that yes, God does not exist, so that you can do whatever you want. But if someone says, I want Krishna in my life, Krishna reciprocates. Both are compassion. He reciprocates with that desire of the living entity and he says, okay, you want me, I'm there for you. So therefore, how do we see Krishna's hand in our life? We can see it to the degree we purify our vision. Our vision is blocked by curtains of illusion, multiple layers. Maya javani kachannam agnya dhokshajam avyayam. Queen Kunti says, she says that, my dear Lord, you are actually covered by curtains of illusion. To the degree we chant Hare Krishna and purify our heart of lust, anger and greed, this is like cleansing the mirror of our heart. In a distorted and dirty mirror, can you see yourself? You put some water on the mirror, can you shave? You get cut, isn't it? You put water on the mirror, can you decorate yourself? No, you will put bindi here. So you need a clean mirror. A dusty mirror won't help you. Yeah. So by practicing spirituality on a daily basis, by incorporating these spiritual principles in our life, we are actually cleansing our heart. When we clean our heart, the Supreme Lord manifests. Because in a pure heart, we can develop love for Krishna. In Brahma Samhita it is mentioned, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. Krishna is seen from eyes anointed with love, the ointment of love. So just as I have a specs, if I color my glasses green, what do I see?
Green.
If I color my glasses red, what do I see?
Red.
If I color my glasses with anger, what do I see?
Anger.
Everywhere anger. If I cover my glasses with lust, what do I see?
Lust.
Everywhere lust. If I cover my glasses with love for Krishna, what do I see? How Krishna is wonderfully managing everything in this world. Isn't it? Yeah. And that is not an artificial anointment of, it's not an artificial adjustment of mind. Rather, when we cleanse our heart, we understand, yes, the layers of illusion just gets revealed. Tatha tatha pashyati vastu sukshmam, it is said. More we practice spiritual life, more you can pierce through the layers of illusion and you can see reality as it is. Once when I was in Bangalore working, I used to do book distribution after working in the evening times. I went to one hostel, PGs in India. PGs. I knocked on the door and I asked him, another working person opened the door. I asked him, do you want Bhagavad Gita? This will give you permanent happiness. He told me, I'm already happy, thank you very much. I told him, you take the Gita, it will make you even more happy. And he just shut the door on my face. So, that person is probably, undergoing so much trouble in his life, but he thinks,
He's happy.
I'm happy. You go to a hospital, people, some people in such pathetic condition. They have so many tubes going into their body, they can't eat properly, no good digestion. If you ask them, how are you doing? They say, I am fine. My dear sir, you don't look fine. Isn't it? Why? Because no one wants to show others that I'm suffering. Sometimes we go to the market, we go to a mall and see that, wow, such a nice family, such a cute family. Husband, wife and nice 2 children. I hope one day I'll also be like that. But that is only for external show. When you go to their family, you will understand. Kurukshetra. Isn't it? We never know what is going on in someone's life. We never know. You can safely assume, because Krishna called it Dukkhalema Shashvatam, it is Dukkhalema Shashvatam. How much ever show people might put up. Isn't it? So therefore, if we want to see Krishna's hand in our life, we need to purify our heart. More we chant Hare Krishna, more we are sincere in our desire to know Krishna, Krishna reciprocates. He reveals himself. Bits and pieces. You can see it. Even in a new person's life, Krishna reciprocates.
Now that you mentioned that, it got me thinking, like, there is so much more to life than just getting a job and getting salaried. There is so much more to it. And, I am thinking of the Maslow's hierarchy. There is physiological needs and then self-actualization needs. However, when I am in this phase of my life, I am speaking on behalf of all my friends here. In this phase of my life, I know what is the importance of asking for something more spiritual, something more deep. But when I come to the temple, is it wrong if I ask to Shri Radha Govinda to give me a job? I know it's pretty much in the base level of physiological needs. But is it wrong if I ask Shri Radha Govinda or the deities to give me a job?
It's a very sensitive question. Is it wrong to go to Bill Gates and ask for $1?
No.
It's not wrong, but it's cheap. It's pretty cheap. With what Bill Gates can give you billions of dollars, you ask him for $1 is pretty cheap. But it's not that it's out of his capacity. He can give it to you. But you can ask for something more. You see, when Arjuna wanted to, just prior to the battle, Arjuna goes to Krishna, Duryodhana goes to Krishna, Duryodhana goes there first. Duryodhana goes and sees, oh, Krishna is taking rest. And he sees a place for him at the lotus feet of Krishna. He says, who will sit at the feet of Krishna? And he went and stood at the head of Krishna. And Arjuna came later on and he saw there's a place for him to sit at the feet of Krishna. And he found it as a wonderful opportunity to serve the Lord. And he started massaging the lotus feet of Krishna. Immediately Krishna opened his eyes and he saw Arjuna first and he was surprised. Arjuna, what brings you here? Immediately Duryodhana interrupted and said, I was here first. Krishna said, it's okay, you are here first. But, calm down. But what brings you here? And Arjuna narrated that, the Kurukshetra battle is going to happen. It's concluded that it will happen. So we need your support. Both of us are here for that purpose. But Duryodhana said, my claim is first because I was here first. Krishna said, Arjuna is younger to you. So his claim is first. So Krishna said, I can help you in the battle 2 ways. Either you accept me on your side, but on the terms and conditions that I will not lift a weapon. I'll just be there myself. Or you can have my Narayani Sena, which is thousands of Vishnus different thousands of soldiers who are equal to Vishnu in battle. That's my energy. You have these two choices, but the choice goes to Arjuna. So if I ask, in case one of you wish to place yourself in Arjuna's shoes, Krishna is saying either you take me unarmed or you accept my Narayani Sena who are equal to Vishnu in battle, each one of them. What would you choose? How many of you would choose, honestly, keeping your palm on your chest, in your heart, and swearing that you will not lie? How many of you would really choose Narayani Sena because it's the most practical thing to do? Okay, we have like 10 honest people. How many of you would choose Krishna unarmed? He is not going to pick up anything in the battle. And others? Whatever Krishna gives. Let Duryodhana have the choice. Arjuna chose Krishna. When Arjuna chose Krishna, Duryodhana was jumping in joy internally. But he said, oh, I wanted Krishna, but it's okay. I will adjust with Narayani Sena. And he went away happily. Then Krishna asked Arjuna, what happened? Why did you choose me? Already the Pandav Sena is short. It's small in strength. You would rather choose my energies. To which Arjuna gave a very beautiful reply. Arjuna said, my dear Lord, for me you are important. And wherever you are, wherever the energetic is, the energy is also there. Because energy belongs to energetic. So where Krishna is there, that's the last verse of Bhagavad Gita. How does it go?
Yatha Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatha Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijaya Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama.
Isn't it? Wherever there is Krishna, wherever there is devotee like Arjuna, such a place is always filled with the energies of Krishna called opulence, victory, morality, everything is present there. So Arjuna was intelligent. So now you see, when you go to India or many other grocery stores, Indian grocery stores, they have Lakshmi pouring coins. Where is Narayana? They only want Lakshmi, they don't want Narayana. It's like I only want the part of the hen that gives me golden eggs, not the feeding part. Doesn't work that way. To want energies only without Krishna is a Ravana mentality. See, Ravana could have taken both Sita Ram on his Pushpak Vimana. He would have been glorified for all eternity. But he only kidnapped Sita. But Hanuman was not like that. Ravana wanted to separate the energy and energetic. Hanuman wanted to bring them together. Who is successful? Hanuman. Because he accepted Ram, Sita is also there. Victory is also there. Strength, opulence, everything is there. Because Ravana only wanted energy, he lost. And that energy became the source of his destruction also. So therefore, when we go to Krishna and ask, yes, definitely you can ask for a job. You can ask, it's not wrong. Akama sarva kama va moksha kama udharadi tivena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. It is mentioned. Whether you're in want of job or you're in want of liberation, whatever it may be, just go to Krishna. That is most important. At least you're approaching Krishna. That's good. But when you're approaching such a top-class person like Krishna, who is Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, CEO, founder of billions of universes, why ask for job in one earth? Dhruva is at least better than us. He went and asked for Dhruva Loka, kingdom better than that of Brahma. At least ask for Dhruva Loka. Isn't it? So therefore, you can ask for a job and Krishna can give it to you. But better than that is to ask for his friendship in our life. Because when Krishna is in your life, job and other things will be there. It will automatically come. If you don't accept Krishna, you only want job, sometimes that job will also not give you happiness.
Yeah.
As like you were telling your
Internship story.
your internship story. It will not give you happiness. Some people who only want money, they're only earning money, so much of money, but they don't want to give 1 paisa to Krishna, 1 cent to Krishna. That money will be the cause of the destruction. That money will become entanglement for them. Isn't it? Because they don't want Krishna, only energy of Krishna. Then that energy becomes Durga. And that Durga gives misery. But you accept Krishna, then energies will come. Isn't it?
This reminds me of a story that you shared a few weeks back. It was like there were two old ladies in a village. One and the king came to see the old lady. The old lady said that actually I'm very poor. Can you please take me? No, so they both they were carrying logs of wood. So the old lady said, can you put the log of wood on my right shoulder? To the left shoulder, it will help me, go back home. So the king did that, and the king went on his way. But the second old lady said, no, I don't want anything. I said, so why do you not want anything? I'm the king, I have everything I can give you. Do you want a house? No, I don't want a house. Do you want some money? No, I can give you grain that you can eat all your life. I said, no, I don't want that also. So tell me something, I really want to give you something. Then the old lady said, actually, I don't have a son. Will you become my son? So the king said, wow, such a noble thought. Absolutely, I will become your son. So this old poor lady became the Rajmata of the whole empire. So yeah, the point you mentioned about going to Bill Gates and asking for a penny, and that was spot on. So Prabhu, as we come close towards the ending of this conversation, what is this last advice you will give to all those people who are looking for a job, who are working a job, or many students who just came to the US who will be looking for a job soon? What would be your advice for them so that they remain strong, they persevere in this phase of struggle, and they feel Krishna's presence in this time of struggle?
Okay. My advice would be twofold. One is practical advice, other one is spiritual advice. Practical advice is, please try to understand things are not in our control. Even my visa situation is not under my control. So, things are definitely not under our control, so expect it. Expect the worst. The best manager is one who expects the worst and prepares for it. Many students are coming for master's degree. When they ask me from India, I tell them, don't come now, it's not good. But they feel others might not get job, but I'll surely get a job. They're so sure, isn't it? Why? Because they only consider the best case scenario. So practically we have to be down to earth. Let's be practical. Things are not under our control, but that should not demotivate us from trying our best. You try your best and be satisfied that you have tried your best. And that is only plan A. Second, plan for plan B. What should plan B be? What if I don't get a job? What should I do? Some students I advise that you just do your part-time and try to fulfill your loan as much as possible. In case you don't end up in a full-time offer, at least you go back with as much minimum as loan as possible. If not, completely fulfill loan. At least you're not going back with a loan. So in this way, we have to be practical, understand the laws of this world. The fruits of action are not in our hand. We are not the cause or the fruits of our action. So try your best. Do what you like, like what you do. Like what you do and do your best. But understand that things might not work out. That's what mostly happens. Things will not go our way, but expect it. There's a Zen story that comes to my mind. There was once this monk, and he had a beautiful, glass goblet that someone had given it to him as a gift. And whoever visited him, they would appreciate the goblet, and they would say, such a nice goblet. It's like a glass, very nicely shaped. So he said, so was it's already broken. But it was not broken. But he would say it is broken. So time and again, whenever someone would visit him, they would say, such a nice goblet, where do you get it from? They would appreciate it, and the monk only had one answer. What is it? It is already broken. So one day a cat came into the monastery, jumped up on the table where it was kept, pushed it, and it fell from the table and broke. Someone came to him running and said, your most precious goblet is broken. He said, think nothing of it. It was already broken. See? The problem comes when we have false expectations. When we have false expectations that I will get it, and then you don't get it, then you become miserable. When you keep that door open, yes, I might not get it. So what do I do if I don't get it? You'll be peaceful. So that means practical advice would be prepared. Be prepared. Plan A, try your best to get a full-time. Plan B, partner, you can also do some part-time or whatever to fulfill your loan side by side in case you don't get a full-time. Part C, sometimes people go for, what is that? Day 1 CPT. I mean, you guys know you're more expert in these things than me. So keep a good plan. Plan A, plan B, plan C, and expect that we might not get it. Then we'll be more peaceful. When you're more peaceful, you'll do your duty better and you might actually get it. And for the spiritual advice, even if we don't get a job, we are at least getting Krishna consciousness. And wherever you go tomorrow, wherever in the entire world, you can always be happy that I got connected with Krishna. I got the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita. I got the association of devotees. I got the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And this is actually the goal of life. I was studying in Abu Dhabi, and my goal was to get admission into Nanyang Technology University, NTU in Singapore, because they were counting CBSE scores. And we are expert in CBSE. Memorize, by heart, and vomit. We're expert how to do it. So, and I got very good percentage in my CBSE 12th board. So I thought I will apply for NTU. By the time I applied, I just looked at the application. 1 week had passed since the deadline. And then, of course, some other exams I had to attend, and I got into NIT Surathkal. But I was always thinking, how nice it would have been if I was part of NTU. After 1 year in Surathkal, I had already met the devotees. I moved into the student center. I was practicing Hare Krishna and chanting. My life was so blissful, and I understood this is Krishna's mercy. And because even though I did not get NTU, but still this was complete success. Why? Because I got connected to Krishna. So, spiritual advice is, do your best, leave the rest to Krishna, and be happy that we are connected, we are somehow getting in touch with Krishna consciousness, which is actually the goal of human form of life. Yeah?
Thank you very much. Now we are going to open the floor for questions. Anyone who wants to ask a question to Prabhuji, now is the time. Anyone? Any brave souls in the room? Or I asked all the questions possible. Yes, Rishikesh.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Loukik Prabhu. So I was wondering, there are many people in life who don't want to get to the stage of Krishna consciousness. They are happy with getting the fruits and offering it to Krishna. Whatever minimum it might be, 1%, 2%. Is that, for them, that is ideal living. But is that feasible? People expect that, mere paas Bhagwan hai, I have his mercy, I'm offering my fruits to him. But what after that? They are not getting anywhere after that. So is that feasible for people? And for such people, if they don't want to step outside their comfort zone of approaching Krishna and surrendering, how can we make them understand?
Well, we can always remember the statement, this too shall pass. Something good is happening, this too shall pass. Bad time will also come. Are you prepared? If some bad time is going on, this too shall come. This too shall pass. Then good time will come. So are you ready to face the negativities that is going to knock your door? If one is not spiritually deep-rooted, then one will be swayed away by the situations of this world. If by hearing we don't learn a lesson, then life is so merciful, it will teach us a very good lesson. If not in this life, in next life. Does that make sense? So always remember, this too shall pass. Everything good is happening. Why to take Krishna consciousness very seriously? Why to chant Hare Krishna? Yeah, because this too shall pass. Your good fruits are going to get over. And then you have to eat the rotten fruits. And they don't taste good. Here.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, my question is interrelated to karma and the belief in Krishna. So, as the whole topic today was around trying to find a job, and like nowadays there are also jobs which help you make money, but at the same time, you know that you're sometimes crossing the line if we think in terms of Dharma's perspective, right? So, but being a Krishna devotee, but also being in a position where sometimes you're having to cross the line because of the profession you're into right now, do you think going ahead and, just continuing to do the karma is the right thing in that way? Or do you think just resisting and saying that, okay, enough is enough, like I just want to walk on the right path, and monetary benefits, let's just leave it to Krishna and see where it goes. So, I mean, when you're in that kind of a position, what to do?
Okay. So if I understand your question right, you're saying that what if your work crosses the boundary of dharma? That
Yes.
means it enters into the realm of sinful activity.
Exactly. And also while you're doing that, somehow you're feeling that you're attaching bad karma to yourself.
Very true.
But at the same time, you're also a devotee of Krishna. So,
Krishna purifies his devotees even faster.
got it.
Krishna teaches his devotees very good lessons.
Understood.
So if you're doing that, plus you're a devotee of Krishna, usually devotees of Krishna, we work in a way that is pleasing to Krishna. Yes, sometimes, according to the need, sometimes we have to see, sometimes part-time is illegal. But if everyone is doing it, it's okay. But the onus is on you. The responsibility is, you take it up with understanding the risk that anything can happen. The onus is on you. But if someone is, for example, he is, serving meat or, cutting chicken or something, and definitely that's crossing the boundary. So, why am I suffering today? On account of past bad actions. So, to compensate current suffering, if I do further bad action, is it going to improve the situation? Further entanglement. Then his suffering even increases more.
So just to understand, Prabhu, do you think this is a test from Krishna too, to see how we react to this situation?
Definitely, you can say that. It is Krishna's test. And if we are crossing the boundary of dharma, we are failing miserably. At the same time, see, Krishna's test is never to push us down. It is always to teach us a lesson. That means, when Krishna tests us, Krishna is giving you two opportunities. One door is dharmic, but you don't like it. Other door is adharmic, but you like it. Which one will you choose? The decision made by a devotee is based on what is pleasing to Krishna.
Thank you
that
so
makes
much,
sense?
brother. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name is Ram.
Ram. Okay. Hare Krishna. Oh, okay. Welcome.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We'll take one last question.
Take the last question.
Hey, you have a job.
Since I have a job, but have been to in this phase, like searching a job and finding the job. So considering today's market, how, like you have mentioned about plans, different plans we should have.
We have mentioned about?
Different plans, plan A, plan B.
Plan A. Okay.
For
okay,
the
plan.
jobs, like practical solutions. So when do we have to take a full stop? Like I was searching for a job and irrespective of visa situation, how many days we have, But since we are applying for months and months of the job, thousands of applications, but still not getting a call, not getting opportunity. So when is the time to turn on to the next plan, and still we have to keep on searching, or what should we do in that case?
Okay. I'm a monk.
Okay.
So, of course, job market is bad. But if the job market is bad and you're trying hard, and while trying hard, you're still in the US, while being in the US, you're coming to the temple, engage in Krishna consciousness, keep trying in material life so that you can continue coming to the temple. So keep trying. If you're not coming to the temple, yeah, then you have to think, better go back to India. Or you try, see, if someone is trying to get a job without being Krishna conscious, even if he gets a job, I don't call it success. Because, there is no, in the cycle, say if I put a circle, there is no progress in a circle. You know that? Because you might start at one point and you'll end up there. Material life is like that. Without adding spiritual component, your life is in circles. So you're going up, you think you got a job, okay, I'm successful. But a death anyway takes everything away from you. Everything is anyway taken. Why death? I know one person, I think it came in the news. He got a job in Amazon in Canada. He flew all the way just to be fired the next day and flew back again. So, if one is not taking up to Krishna consciousness, where is the strength to handle such difficulties? Isn't it? So, if you're connected to Krishna consciousness, I would say just keep trying, but don't think your trying will help you so much, but you keep trying as part of duty. And you pray to Krishna, my dear Lord. See, even if you want to pray for material benefit, you pray in this way. My dear Lord, you know everything. If you so desire, if you give me a job, I'll just be a better devotee. It'll just make my mind more peaceful to be more devoted to you. Yeah. But if you feel me not getting a job is good, let it be. That's where the Krishna is pushing you towards. Where you become detached and become more devoted. For a detached devotee, like for example, when Dhruva was doing tapasya, he was doing austerities to get Dhruva Loka. When he saw Lord Vishnu was present before him, he was so much overwhelmed by love for Vishnu that he said, Kachin vichinvan apidivya ratnam swamin kritartosmi varam nayache. Now that I have got a blue sapphire like you, I don't want that desire of acquiring a kingdom greater than Brahma. He compared it to broken pieces of glass. Krishna saw that he did not have the exploitative mentality to enjoy anymore. So Krishna said, since you had anyway desired it in the past, you take it anyway. So, the conclusion is, a devotee can be awarded all kinds of position. He can become a CEO. He won't be derailed from his spiritual path. So Krishna gives his devotees. See, the Pandavas, they went through a lot of struggle. But they never questioned, does Krishna exist? Does God exist? Is Krishna really God? Never they did that. Rather, through the struggles, the love for Krishna was increasing more and more. So much so that Krishna was with them. Even if kingdom is not there, even if the facilities are not there, Krishna is there. What else did they want? But at the same time, Krishna knew these are pure-hearted souls. Krishna fought on their behalf. And Krishna made sure Yudhishthira becomes the king and rules the kingdom. And what was the kingdom? The entire world. Krishna gave it to Yudhishthira. Why? He knows he's very pure in heart. If he becomes the king, he has no exploitative mentality to exploit others beneath him. So Krishna always avoids, he's not out of his power to do so, but he knows when to reserve it and when to give it. And that's good for us. Does that make sense?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for thank you so much, Prabhuji, for sharing your wisdom with us. It was definitely helpful for me but I don't know for our audience. Was it helpful for all of you? Yes. Can we have a loud Haribol? Haribol! Louder the Haribol, more the helpful it was. Was it helpful? Haribol! Thank you so much, Prabhu. Now we will have some announcements and then we will do Kirtan. Thank you so much to all our audience who patiently heard, sat with us, and they listened to our conversation and asked some really wise questions. Announcement number 1, we have Govinda's Canteen every Friday, Saturday, Sunday open here in the temple. Come with your friends, come alone, come with your family, and visit us. We have started Govinda's Tiffins. It's a tiffin service running 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. We deliver prasadam anywhere around New York City. It's hot rice, dal, chapati, sabji. Do we have any people who have already subscribed to our program? Who are taking tiffins from us? Yes, we have some few people. Is it good, bad? It's okay? How is it? Excellent. And I didn't bribe him with any sweet or anything to say excellent. He didn't get an extra gulab jamun from us for saying that. So that was about Govinda's. And then we have different programs in different parts of the city. How many people of you are here from Jersey City? Yes. See, so many people from Jersey City. So we have a program every Saturday happening in Jersey City, 14 Beacon Avenue. We do a systematic discussion on Bhagavad Gita. You can come and see me if you want to become a part of that community. We are going to get you added. How many of you from Newport, New Jersey? Newport, New Jersey. So see, they all come to our Friday program. We have a program every Friday in Jersey City. You also come to Newport program, yeah. Newport program every Friday at 7 o'clock, 7:30 p.m. You can see Saurabh Prabhu. He's in the Prasadam hall. Or you can come and see me. I can take those contacts and send it to Saurabh Prabhu. And then how many people from NYU? Any NYU folks? Alumni also count, you know. Hey, nice. So all the NYU folks, we have a program for you every Saturday at 7 p.m. here in the temple. You can get in touch with His Grace Sachinandan Priya Prabhu and give your number to him, and he can get you added to that community. If you are close to Jersey City, every Wednesday we have something called a Wednesday night Kirtan, WNK, where we come together for 1 hour. All we do is chant Hare Krishna. How many of you have been to our Wednesday night Kirtan before? And if you can explain Wednesday night Kirtan in one word, what would that be?
Soulful.
Soulful. Satvik? Blissful. Peaceful. Blissful. Okay. Rishikesh Prabhu? Engaging. Jagat Prabhu? Blissful. Who else was there? Did I miss someone? Yes, Sunil Prabhu. How was that? Ecstatic. So if you want to become a part of a community, of an event that is blissful, ecstatic, engaging, and all this good stuff that they said, join us every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. in Jersey City, 14 Beacon Avenue. Just to bribe you all a little bit, we also have prasadam after that. Yes. And then we have a class every Sunday on Bhagavad Gita. It's a systematic study of Bhagavad Gita that happens here in the temple at 7 p.m. and it is led by His Grace Arjunanda Prabhu. So it's very insightful, very practical. I would encourage all of you if you can be a part of our Sunday Gita class as well. Then we are running all this event completely free of cost, one monthly youth festival every month, and all these weekly programs happening in different parts of New York and New Jersey. We are also very soon planning on beginning a Western outreach in close to 34th Street. Somewhere we are in the planning phase of that. We are doing all these outreach efforts completely free of cost. This is no charge. You come to this event, no charge or anything. So any help from you would be appreciated. You can help us in two ways. One is by donating to our Inspire fundraising endeavor that we have. It's a monthly endeavor where you give us any amount that you are happy with, that you are comfortable with. It's a monthly donation that you give us. It's called Inspire, because with your donation, with your Lakshmi, we inspire people to take up to Krishna consciousness. And the second thing they say is time is money. So if you are not in a position to give us money, you please give us your time. We have many volunteer opportunities in the Govinda's canteen that we learn. Many volunteers help us with that. With the Govinda's tiffin, we look for volunteers. With our preaching programs, we look for volunteers. It's okay if you can't give us some Lakshmi at the point, but please give us your time, because time is exactly. And lastly, all the Lakshmi, all the funds that we generate from Govinda's tiffin and Govinda's canteen go into making such events, doing retreats, doing different preaching programs that we just talked about for students and young working professionals. So all your help will be, any small help from you will make a big impact in our life. So now, before we have dancing kirtan, I would like to invite on the stage Gaurav Prabhu, who is chairing the CBPE, the MYF Planning Commission, who is planning this whole event. He is the man behind planning this event, behind executing the follow-up. All of you must have received a call, right? Someone would say, hey, Hare Krishna, I was just calling to invite you for our monthly youth festival. How many of you received that call? Yes. So this call has been happening since Tuesday. None of us like to do that call, but he's the one who inspires us and makes sure that we do it. So I would invite him to give the vote of thanks, and we would go ahead to the dancing kirtan after that. Over to Gaurav Prabhu. Maybe we can have a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here and spending your valuable time, because it's Sunday night and you have all the many things to do. Saturday night still, weekend. You have all the time to do any other things you have, but you still chose to come to the temple and attend this event. I hope it was really helpful and you learned a lot of things. And as Loukik Prabhu explained, I encourage everyone to please join us in all the community programs we have in Jersey City, Newport, NYU, in temple, Sunday Bhagavad Gita class. These classes and these programs are really helpful. I mean, I'm talking from my own personal experience, and I've been joined in this in association, I would say, more than 2 years now. So I have seen my personal growth. So again, when you talk to someone, you'll know eventually, who have been coming here for quite some time, you'll eventually know the difference between you. Before and after. We have that meme, right? Before and after. So clearly that is the case. So please do come. These events, these are very, helpful for everyone. And eventually, we want to grow, right? We want everyone to join us and everyone be, chanting and be happy. So talking about chanting, now we'll be having a short kirtan and dancing kirtan, and after which we will having prasadam. And let's do one loud Haribol for Loukik Prabhu and Arjunanda Prabhu, because they did a really fantastic podcast, and the format was so nice. The question answers were so practical as well. So just loudly chanting Haribol 3 times. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Thank you so much.
Now everyone can stand up and join us for dancing kirtan. That's the last part of our program before we move